I'm Denise Fry. I help parents talk with their kids about drugs, and it's fairly new, and it's hard unless you're in a situation where you understand addiction because it's impacting your family. I'm really trying to reach families that aren't necessarily impacted by addiction and don't even know that they should be worried about their kids growing up in this world. So we're going to talk a lot about really the prevention side tonight. So we're going to jump ahead to kids ages 8 to 12. Because it turns out, science says, that the brain starts developing a lot again. So from 0 to 5, it develops rapidly. And then there's this window of opportunity for adults to be able to influence kids between the ages of 8 and 12, because their brain is still making more and more connections of those billions of neurons. I like to start my presentations with asking about swimming lessons. I'm trying to get parents to think about talking with their kids about drugs, just as important as why we give kids swimming lessons. I assume we've all had swimming lessons, or a lot of us have, and gave our kids swimming lessons. And do you know in 2024 in Minnesota how many drowning deaths there were? I know a couple of you should know because I've told you before. 55.
Really?
That same year, overdose deaths?
85. Oh my God.
994. So overdose deaths are the #1 cause of injury deaths in the United States since 2013. It's a great risk to be mitigating. So that window of opportunity, like I said, the brain's developing rapidly. They start looking outside themselves and questioning other people's behaviors. And another interesting research, I do find research fascinating too, is that they took a number of kids between the ages of like 6 and 18, and they put them in functional MRI machines, and they would play their parents' voices. And it didn't matter what the voice was saying, it was just the sound of it, because they were saying gaga words. And what they saw consistently is that until the age of 12, the parent's voice would trigger the dopamine and the oxy in their system. So it's like this reward. They would listen and respond much more to the parent's voice than any other voice. But then between the ages of 13 and 14, consistently, anybody except the parents, so peers and other adults, would trump that reward system higher. So it's just a really critical window.